Welcome to Creepy, the best horror storyteller on YouTube.
Part 1: The Forbidden Depths.
In the heart of the dense Amazon rainforest stood a group of adventurous souls. Marcus, a seasoned outdoorsman in his early 30s with a rugged beard. Sophia, an ambitious biologist in her late 20s. Alex, a thrill-seeking photographer in his mid-20s. And Elena, a confident survivalist also in her mid-20s. They were bound together by a shared passion for exploration and a relentless craving for the unknown. Their expedition into the Amazon was ambitious, intending to unveil the secrets of the uncharted territories. Armed with camping gear, cameras, and scientific instruments, they ventured into the lush wilderness, eager to document its flora and fauna. At first, the journey was filled with exhilaration as they trekked through the vibrant foliage, captivated by the exotic sights and sounds of the rainforest. The sunlight filtered through the thick canopy overhead, casting enchanting patterns on the forest floor. But as the hours passed, the once clear path began to blur, and the vibrant colors of the flora turned into a monotonous sea of green. Sophia consulted her map, but it seemed as if the landmarks had shifted, leading them astray. The dense foliage towered above, swallowing the sunlight and plunging the surroundings into an eerie twilight. Concern flickered across their faces as they realized they were disoriented, lost in an unknown part of the jungle. Night descended swiftly, enveloping the forest in an impenetrable darkness. The hikers set up camp, their flickering fire offering meager comfort against the encroaching shadows. The nocturnal symphony of the Amazon intensified, filled with unfamiliar calls and rustlings that echoed through the trees, sending shivers down their spines. As the fire crackled, casting dancing shadows, Marcus shared local legends he'd heard about the jungle. Stories of spirits that roamed the dense underbrush, whispers of ancient curses that befell those who dared to tread into forbidden territories. Sophia laughed nervously, dismissing the tales as mere folklore, but a sense of unease settled upon them. Elena, the most pragmatic of the group, suggested retracing their steps at first light. However, their attempts to sleep were thwarted by the haunting symphony of the jungle. Strange noises echoed around them, as if unseen eyes watched their every move. They huddled together, seeking solace in their unity against the unknown. As the night wore on, the forest seemed to come alive with malevolent energy. Unearthly whispers brushed against their ears, and eerie shadows danced on the periphery of their vision. Each hushed noise made their hearts race, filling them with a primal fear that refused to dissipate. In the midst of this unsettling atmosphere, a distant rhythmic drumming echoed through the trees. The sound was primal, unsettling, and seemed to emanate from an unknown direction, sending a chill down their spines. With dawn still hours away, the lost hikers faced a long, restless night in the heart of the Amazon forest, where the line between reality and myth blurred, and the unknown dangers of the jungle began to reveal their sinister presence.
Part 2: The Haunting Peril.
The night had been long and harrowing, and with the dawn's first light, the hikers emerged from their fitful slumber, wearied and tense. Their faces bore the weight of a restless night, haunted by the eerie symphony that the jungle had conducted around them. Intent on finding their way back to familiar trails, they packed their gear, their movements tense with apprehension. As they prepared to depart, Marcus noticed peculiar markings etched onto nearby trees, a series of crude symbols that seemed otherworldly, distinct from any indigenous tribal markings he'd encountered before. Unease settled upon the group as they followed the ambiguous path, hoping it would lead them to civilization. The forest seemed to resist their departure, the density of the foliage increasing with each step, entangling their progress. As hours passed, they stumbled upon an ancient-looking stone altar shrouded in vines and moss. Carvings on the weathered surface depicted scenes of ritualistic ceremonies and grotesque figures that appeared half-animal, half-spectral. Sophia's scientific curiosity was piqued, but Alex urged them to hasten their departure, sensing an ominous aura permeating the site. Their unease escalated when they stumbled upon an abandoned encampment, overgrown and reclaimed by the forest. Tattered remnants of tents fluttered in the breeze, and scattered belongings hinted at an abrupt and panicked departure. The atmosphere grew oppressive, laden with a foreboding sense of abandonment. Elena discovered a tattered journal amidst the debris, its pages filled with frantic scribblings detailing encounters with unexplained phenomena, the haunting whispers in the night, the drumming that seemed to originate from nowhere, and sightings of ethereal apparitions that roamed the jungle. Despite the rising terror, Marcus insisted they press on, determined to escape the clutches of the mysterious, malevolent force that seemed to envelop the forest. Yet, their every step forward only led them deeper into the labyrinth of the Amazon, as if the forest itself conspired against their departure. As dusk approached, a thick fog cloaked the surroundings, swallowing the landscape in an impenetrable mist. Panic gripped the hikers as they realized they were disoriented once more, trapped in an inexplicable loop that defied logic. Amidst their desperation, the rhythmic drumming resumed, louder and more insistent this time. Echoes of ghostly chants mingled with the beats, emanating from an unknown source that seemed to encircle them. Fear not at their resolve, urging them to flee, yet the suffocating fog and the unyielding jungle held them captive. In the midst of their despair, figures began to materialize within the mist, shadowy shapes with luminous eyes that peered through the haze, advancing slowly toward the petrified hikers. With nowhere to run, the lost hikers found themselves surrounded by spectral entities that seemed to transcend the bounds of reality. Frozen with terror, they were enveloped by an otherworldly darkness, their anguished cries drowned out by the haunting symphony of the Amazon forest. The fate of the lost hikers in the heart of the Amazon remained an unsolved mystery, a chilling tale whispered among locals and a warning to those who dared to venture into the forbidden depths of the jungle.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more similar horror stories.